So are you tired of feeling self-conscious about that stubborn belly fat? I totally get it. Like, I have been a fitness coach now for about 6 to 7 years. And the biggest issue that I hear from the women that I work with is how to lose the belly fat. But here's the truth. There is no quick fix when it comes to losing the belly fat. There is no magical pill or potion or workout that's going to directly help you lose the belly fat. However, there are some tips and tricks you can implement to see results in your belly fat. And yes, I do have tons of workouts that target the belly fat area. However, these workouts are designed to tone and strengthen your core. If you've been following me for a while, you know I preach a healthy lifestyle. Okay, yes, we love the workouts, we love the FUPA workouts, but at the end of the day, you guys, you gotta have that healthy lifestyle to see some results. So in this video, I'm actually gonna give you 5 tips you can implement this week to start seeing some results in your belly fat in just 7 days. And of course, if you continue these tips for longer than 7 days, you'll see better results. But by doing these things, I can guarantee you, if you do it correctly, the scale will drop and your stomach will have a flatter appearance in just 7 days. Now, before we get started, I do have a disclaimer, okay? You are not going to lose all of your belly fat in just 7 days, okay? That is literally impossible. You cannot lose 10 to 20 pounds of fat in 7 days. The only way to do that is to literally cut off a limb, okay?
They cut off my limbs and they grow back.
Also, there is no way to target the fat specifically in your stomach, okay? When you lose weight, we lose weight everywhere. Our genetics kind of dictate where we're going to lose the weight first and where we hold that stubborn fat. However, doing these things in this video is going to kickstart your weight loss, and you can see some visible results in your med section. And also, yes, if you haven't noticed, I do have a different filming setup, and that is because I just moved to another country. I am currently in Medellin, Colombia. I've been here now for about 2 weeks. So you're gonna see some different scenery in the next coming videos. So let's get started with number 1, and that is, what are you supposed to eat? Okay, this is the biggest question. What am I supposed to eat? How do I eat? Okay, first of all, stop overcomplicating your food when it comes to weight loss. This is the biggest issue I see, is we overthink it. We think too much about what to eat, and then we eat stuff that we're not even supposed to be eating, okay? So first thing I want you to do is I want you to keep your meals very, very simple. And I'm gonna give you guys an eating plan that you can follow that will definitely give you results. So I want you to choose, what proteins do you like to eat? Do you like chicken? Do you like steak? Do you like fish? Do you like shrimp? Then I want you to pick what vegetables you like. Do you like broccoli? Do you like asparagus? Do you like spinach? Do you like cauliflower? Then I want you to choose a few different whole food carbs to incorporate, such as rice, brown rice, jasmine rice, basmati rice, don't care. Sweet potatoes, red potatoes, russet potatoes, don't care. Corn, beans, pinto beans, lima beans. One vegetable, one carb, and pick a protein. And then I just want you to rotate that. I want you to rotate that throughout the week, throughout the month, okay? One protein, one carb, and one veggie. What that can look like is, we're gonna start with breakfast, okay? So let's start with breakfast. So here is your daily meal plan that I want you to follow to see results in 7 days. So for breakfast, you can either fast. If you want to fast, you can just skip breakfast altogether, really, and fast until lunch. If you are going to be eating breakfast, make sure that it is a high protein breakfast. So an example of that would be maybe eggs, spinach, maybe a side of a Greek yogurt and some fruit on the side. You can even add some turkey bacon or regular bacon, maybe 2 slices, or any protein. You can have, if you have some leftover chicken, add that, okay? If you have a piece of lean steak, add that. But you want to make sure your first meal of the day is very, very high protein. What you want to avoid is starting your day with eating like a muffin, a bagel, and something that doesn't have any protein, okay? If you're going to be eating oatmeal, oatmeal is fine, but I would definitely add in some protein to that oatmeal. So if you like to start your day with oatmeal, that's great. Add in maybe some hard-boiled eggs, add in some scrambled eggs, add in a protein shake. But we want to get our day started with a high protein breakfast. For lunch, We're going to keep it super simple, okay? Just like I said. So what that look like is it could be 5 to 7 ounces of chicken thighs or chicken breast or a lean cut of steak or fish or shrimp. You're going to make sure you cook those in a healthy way. You're going to grill them. You can saute them. You can bake them. You can even put them in the air fryer, okay? What you don't want to do is you don't want to deep fry your chicken, okay? You can saute it, but stay away from deep frying it or breading it, okay? We're going to keep the protein in its original state, all right? But 5 to 7 ounces of your protein at every meal. Then we're gonna add in some veggies. Now you can eat as many veggies as you want. I say a minimum of 1 cup of vegetables with your meal. So a 1 cup of broccoli, a cup of asparagus, a cup of cooked spinach. You can eat as many veggies as you want, but minimum I say 1 cup per meal, all right? Now let's go into your carbs. This is where people usually overdo it with the carbs. Carbs are perfectly okay to add to your diet. However, you don't want to overdo it, especially if you're trying to lose weight. So at your meals, you want to limit your carbs with your meals to about 100 to maybe 125 grams of carbs per lunch and dinner. Okay, so what that would look like is maybe 100 grams of rice, potatoes, corn, beans. But you're gonna have that's gonna be your plate for the next 7 days. 1 protein, 1 carb, 1 vegetable, okay? Dinner is gonna look very similar to lunch. Dinner is gonna look very similar. Now you can eat the same thing for lunch. I mean, you can eat the same thing for dinner that you did for lunch, but if you're that type of person that doesn't like to eat the same thing all day, that's totally fine. When you prep your meals, prep a side of chicken, prep whatever else protein you're gonna have. Feel free to prep your food how you like. If you know you don't want to eat the same thing for lunch or dinner, okay, then choose 2 proteins, choose 2 different vegetables, or however many you want. But if you can keep your meals that simple, you're gonna do great. So let's talk about snacks, okay? If you're on the go, a really good snack is our lean and green smoothie using our Her Nutri greens and our Her Nutri vanilla protein, okay? So the lean and green smoothie is just 1 scoop of our vanilla protein or chocolate, depending upon your taste, but 1 scoop of protein with 1 scoop of our greens. Mix it up, shake it up with some almond milk. You can even drink it with water. Any milk is fine. If you want to use almond milk, that's fine. If you want to use cashew milk, soy milk, whatever milk you like, regular milk is fine too. You're gonna shake it up with about 10 ounces or so of the milk, and boom, you have the perfect meal replacement. You got your protein and you got your vegetables from those greens. You can even eat that for breakfast as well if you're on the go. Another really good snack that I like to eat is carrots with hummus on the side. And also I do like to have Greek yogurt with some fruit. And to make the Greek yogurt taste a little bit better, you can add a little bit of the vanilla protein. So I typically do like a 1/2 scoop of the vanilla protein with a bowl of the Greek yogurt, mix it up, and now you're gonna make the yogurt taste so delicious. And I typically will top it with fruit and maybe even some granola for a nice breakfast, snack, or it could be a meal. But that is gonna be your meal plan for the next 7 days. And let me say this, don't prep food that you're not gonna eat, ladies. I don't like grilled chicken. I hate grilled chicken, so I do not prep it because I'm not going to eat it. You know what I like to eat? I like to cook ground beef as a protein. Also, I like to make chicken thighs or chicken wings. And when I'm ready to eat them, I throw them in my air fryer, or you can throw them in your oven to get them back crispy and they taste fresh, just like how you got it out of the oven. But if you know you don't like the food, why would you prep the food? Like I hear people all the time saying, you know,
my trainer told me to eat grilled chicken, but I don't like grilled chicken because it tastes dry.
Okay, well, prep a different protein. You can have fish, you can have salmon, you can have chicken wings, you can have a lean cut of steak. You don't have to eat stuff that you don't like to eat. If you know you don't like broccoli, don't make yourself eat broccoli. Find a veggie that you enjoy eating and cook it the way that you enjoy. Like for instance, I only like to eat roasted vegetables. I really don't like mushy vegetables. So what I do is I buy my vegetables fresh, and then when I'm ready to eat it, I throw them in the air fryer for a few minutes to get them crispy. It's getting super windy out here. But if you really want to see some results in the next 7 days, I highly suggest you add in some exercise, of course. Now, if you are a beginner, you don't really want to strength train, you don't want to work with weights, you just want to burn some calories, I suggest you get on a treadmill and you walk on that treadmill up to 4 times a week for at least 30 minutes. And then I want you to crank that incline up, okay? Now, if you're a beginner, you're gonna work your way up to a 10 on the incline and the speed of 3. If you can work your way up there, you don't have to start at 10 if you're not comfortable, but the best result that I've seen is anywhere above 10 to 15 and a speed of about 2.5 to 3 for 30 minutes. 4 times a week. Now, if you're someone who wants to get that strength training, you want to build that muscle, I suggest you add in some strength training in there. So luckily, guys, on my YouTube channel here, I have so many different home routines that will help you build muscle. We have booty workouts, leg workouts, upper body workouts. Most of my workouts are dealing with dumbbells, all right? For beginners, start with about 5 to 10 and 15 pound set of dumbbells, but feel free to go heavier than that. But if you're going to be strength training, I suggest you strength train 2 to 3 times a week. And then the other day can be just cardio, or you can strength train all 4 times a week. However, if you want to get those results in the next 7 days, I highly suggest you start to incorporate some exercise. And if you don't have a treadmill, totally fine. Just walk outside, or you can even do one of my walking workouts. So I have walking workouts on this channel, and these are great for people who are beginners and need something a little bit more low impact. And for these workouts, you can even add some little 5-pound dumbbells for that extra burn. But for the next 7 days, I want you to work out at least 4 times minimum. Number 4, and honestly, this is gonna be, I think, a game changer for most people. And you guys have heard this from me a lot if you follow me on any other social media platform. And that is going to be, you're going to limit the amount of sugary drinks that you're drinking, guys. A lot of people don't realize how many calories that they're consuming just from what they're drinking. And some people don't realize that the things you drink do have calories. Like if you claim you're in a calorie deficit, like for some reason women think that eating 1,200 calories is the perfect amount of calories. It's not. But I hear ladies all the time that say,
hey, I'm eating 1,200 calories and I'm not losing weight.
And then when I reevaluate what they're eating, they're also drinking an extra 1,000 calories a day in sodas, in juices, smoothies, coffee. Okay, so for the next 7 days, I actually want you to try to eliminate any drink that has calories in it. So now what you can drink is water with lemon. You can put fruit in your water. You can have coffee, but I would suggest you either not put any sugar in it or use a sugar-free sweetener. So for me, I like to use the Tarani sugar-free syrups. I get mine off Amazon. I'll link them in the description if you want. But I love those syrups. They make your coffee taste great. And you can put a little bit of creamer, just not a lot. You know, I'll let you add a little bit of creamer, but don't drink a whole glass of milk, okay, with your coffee. Also, if you go to Starbucks, you can actually ask for sugar-free sweeteners in your coffee. And if you are going to Starbucks, you want to try to not order off the menu. Everything on the menu, like your macchiatos, your frappuccinos, all those are going to have sugar. So if you are going to Starbucks, you want to try to order a custom drink. That way you can add the sugar-free syrup. So what I do when I'm at Starbucks, right? And when I'm ordering Starbucks and I'm trying to be cautious of my sugar, what I order typically is a cold brew coffee, and then I add a dash of half and half, and I ask them to put a couple pumps of sugar-free vanilla or sugar-free caramel in there. If you are someone that likes a really sugary drink, that might not work for you, but if you want to see results, ladies, we gotta limit the amount of sugar. And I'm telling you guys, these coffee drinks, Dunkin' Donuts, Starbucks, McDonald's, you're drinking hundreds of calories a day just in your drinks. And then that's not including the juice you're drinking at lunch and dinner and the sodas and stuff. Now, I'm not saying that any of these are bad. What I want you to understand is when you're trying to be in a calorie deficit, every calorie counts. So you should probably prioritize your calories for actual food that's going to give you some sustenance, right? If you are trying to be in a calorie deficit, let's say you're eating 1,500 calories a day, right? You're trying to be in a calorie deficit. That's already limiting the amount of food you can eat. So why would you drink an extra 300 to 400 calories in juice when you could be saving those for your actual food and stay in a deficit? So if you're in a deficit, let's say you're tracking your food on MyFitnessPal and you put in 1,500 calories of food, you didn't track the juice you drank and the coffee you drank. That's another 3. So now you went from 1,500 calories to 1,800 calories. So I just want you guys to understand that I'm not saying that juice is bad. Juice is not bad for you. However, when you take the fruit and you just take the juice out and you take the fiber away from the fruit and you're just drinking the juice, it's almost the same as drinking a soda with the amount of sugar that you're consuming. And I know a lot of people say, well, it's healthy because it's juice. And you're right, you're still getting some vitamins and nutrients, but you're overloading your body with a lot of sugar. I would rather you just eat the fruit versus you drinking the juice, to be honest. Another thing that's going to happen when you stop drinking the sugary drinks is your body is going to eliminate a lot of inflammation, because when you stop drinking the sugary drinks, you're going to greatly reduce the amount of sugar that you're consuming. And when you do that, your body is going to let go a lot of inflammation. And what that's going to look like is your body going to start emitting a lot of water weight. So if you've ever done, anybody here has ever done keto, right? If you've ever done keto or a low carb diet, within the first 2 to 3 days of this diet, you'll notice that you start peeing like a lot. Like all of a sudden you got to pee every 30 minutes. You got to wake up in the middle of the night and you're peeing. That's because your body is getting rid of a lot of inflammation, because you went from eating a lot of carbs to eating virtually no carbs. So your body is just like whoosh, it's just letting go all of that extra water weight, all of that inflammation. Same thing is gonna happen when you reduce your sugar intake, okay? So you're gonna lose some fat, but you're gonna see a big change in the water weight and inflammation in your body. So number 4 is something that you can add in. And it's optional, but you can definitely add it in to get an extra boost, right? And that's going to be intermittent fasting. Specifically, we're talking about 16-8 intermittent fasting, which means you're going to fast for 16 hours, and then you're going to have an 8-hour eating window. What that will look like is you're going to stop eating the night before at around maybe 7 p.m. You're going to go to sleep, and then 16 hours later, you're going to wake up, and 16 hours later is going to be around noon or 11 a.m. or 12 p.m. the next day, something around there. But you're going to have a 16-hour period where you're not going to consume any calories. And then you're going to break your fast at the end of that 16 hours. And then you'll have an 8-hour eating window to get all of your daily calories in. What intermittent fasting does is it helps your body get into a state of ketosis, which is going to help you burn more fat. I actually have an intermittent fasting guide that you can get if you want to learn more about intermittent fasting, and I go a lot more in depth, and I'll link that in the bio. But also, ladies, I have another intermittent fasting challenge starting in June. We're going to start it Monday, June 5th. So if you're watching this video after June 5th, the link will be down there to join us for our next intermittent fasting challenge. We just ended one. We had an intermittent fasting challenge in March of 2023. So we had a 28-day intermittent fasting challenge. We had hundreds of ladies join. They got great results. We gave away prizes. It was awesome. It was so much fun. So we're going to run it back again. We're going to do round 2. And if you already did the first intermittent fasting challenge, you can join this. You can join in on this one as well. And you're going to continue getting those results that you got in the first round. All right. But that's neither here nor there. If you want to join, links down below. But if you want to really increase those results for the next 7 days, I want you to give intermittent fasting a try. However, ladies, make sure that when you are fasting, that you're eating sufficiently, okay? You want to get all of your daily calories in. So for those ladies who are skipping breakfast, I still want you to make up those calories that you skip for breakfast within that 8-hour eating window. And the last tip is I want you to drink at least 2, preferably 3 liters of water every single day. Not only is this going to help just flush your body and detox your body, it's also going to make you feel great. It is also going to help you with feeling hungry. But we all know drinking water is very, very important. But drinking water does have a really good effect when you're going to be on your weight loss journey. Also, once you stop drinking all the sugar and the juice and the sodas, you need something to fulfill that thirst. So we're going to be drinking some water. So I want you to try to drink at least 2 liters of water. You can even up it to 3. 3 liters is still less than a gallon, okay? It's still less than a gallon. But I want you to up that water intake for the next 7 days. Also, if you're going to be doing my workouts, you're going to be drinking a lot of water, because I don't know if you ever did any of my workouts, but you're going to be sweating. You're going to be sweating. You're going to be dripping in sweat, all right? But it's going to be a good time. And there you have it, ladies. That is your 7-day plan to start losing that stubborn belly fat and to also kickstart your healthy lifestyle. Because guess what? We're not only trying to lose the belly fat, we're trying to lose that belly fat, we're trying to tone those arms, we're trying to get those nice legs, we want that nice slim figure, and we want to improve our health at the end of the day, okay? But follow this for the next 7 days, and then I want you to comment down below. Comment down below and let me know what your results are, okay? Also, take some pictures, okay? Because guess what? It might not show up on the scale, but it's definitely going to show up on in those pictures, okay? So make sure you take some before and after pictures. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.